Hey guys! So this time around I wanted to talk about comparing the two wearable breast pumps, which are the Willow and the Elvie. So this time around, I wanted to talk about comparing the two wearable breast pumps, which are the Willow and the Elvie. So I have a Willow 1.0 and I have an Elvie as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a comparison between those two. And I will be talking about output, then I'll be going into suction, then noise, then parts, then weight, size, and appearance, battery, then price, then lastly, my opinion of the two pumps and which one I would choose. All right, so let's get started. On to output. With the Elvie and the Willow, I really had no difference as far as if one produced more than the other. They produced about the same amount. I produced about 6 to 7 ounces per breast. So what that means is I would have to empty it out in that middle of that session. So with the Elvie, it's very convenient. I just take out the container and I just pour it into a bottle and then just reassemble it and then I start back pumping. However, with the Willow, it's a little more complicated. I will show you later down in the video of how to reuse this bag. And that process kind of took a little bit of time. So if I add that process into this, that kind of made the Willow a little longer as far as fully emptying me. And I do want to say it takes about 35 to 40 minutes to empty me with the Elvie, and please keep in mind that I am on a middle setting, so about 3 or 4, and with the Willow I am at the lowest one. Alright, so let's move on to suction strength. So as far as the suction strength, they're both very different. The Elvie is a lot less intense compared to the Willow, and it also has a different suction mechanism. So let's go over that. With the Elvie, it has more of a mechanism where it mimics a baby's sucking. So it kind of does this suck, let go, and that's kind of how a baby would suck on your nipple. And it's a lot less intense, and I would say the highest setting of the Elvie is equivalent to the lowest setting of the Willow. And with the Willow, it has an initial hold. It will initially suck and then it kind of just keeps on just sucking on the nipple and expressing that milk. So you always have that suction pressure on your nipple. And for me, that was a little uncomfortable, and just the intensity of it was a little more uncomfortable. For some people, they can withstand that no problem. So again, it's really dependent on everyone's nipple. Everyone has their own pain tolerance, whatever they can withstand. So that's something to keep in mind. All right, so let's move on to noise now. So as far as the noise, they both advertise themselves as being really quiet, silent, whatnot. But the truth is the Elvie is a lot quieter compared to the Willow, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you and you can compare the two. All right, let's get started. So let's move on to parts. So with the Elvie here, Elvie contains about 5 parts that you have to wash and sterilize. So let me show you those parts. So it is the container, the one-way valve, the spout, the breast shield, and the flange. And something that I do want to mention is that the Elvie comes with 2 breast shields. So it comes with the 24 and the 28. And if you do have a smaller size nipple, it also comes with the 21, but you will have to purchase that separately, unfortunately. Now let's move on to the Willow. So the Willow here has the hub, has the flex tube, and then has the breast shield. And the Willow unfortunately only comes with one size, which is the 24 millimeters. If you'd like to purchase the 27 millimeters, you will have to purchase that separately. All right, so let's move on to size, weight, and appearance. So as far as the weight here, the Elvie here weighs about 7.9 ounces compared to the Willow 1.0, just please keep in mind, the Willow 1.0 weighs 12.4 ounces. So this is how it looks side-by-side comparison. And then the back, kind of a 360 view of it. And guys, I have to say the Elvie is a lot smaller in case the camera is not capturing this. All right, and I'll go ahead and... All right guys, so I have a Willow here and I have the Elvie here. I know it's kind of hard to see. They're just abnormally large, but the Willow is a lot larger compared to the Elvie. Here, maybe I can do this. It's kind of hard to see, but I will let you know that the Willow is a lot larger sideways and just appearance-wise. Everyone say hi. My daughter wanted to join. She was like, please, I want to talk too, see? Okay, so let's move on to battery. So as far as the battery, the Willow comes with 2 USB cables right here. And something really convenient about these USB cables is that you can purchase a portable battery, and this is what we use. It's an Anchor, and it has 2 ports, so you can easily just attach them and then attach both Elvies, and then it charges within 2 hours. However, with the Willow here, it's an outlet cord, so you have to have an outlet to be able to charge the Willow, and unfortunately only comes with 1, so you can only charge 1 Willow at the same time unless you purchase another battery cord separately through the Willow website. And the Willow also charges within 2 hours, so they're both roughly about the same charging time. Alright, so with the Willow and the Elvie, they pretty much cost the same. They cost $4.99 plus tax. However, the only difference is that with the Willow, you can only purchase it through the Willow website. As compared to the Elvie, you could buy it through their website or BuyBuyBaby, Bed Bath & Beyond, or even Target. So that's something convenient if you are wanting to do some type of run to get some breast shield or whatnot. You can just drive there and get it, and hopefully they're in stock. And as I previously mentioned, you can also purchase, as far as the Willow is concerned, you can purchase a different breast shield size if you have a slightly larger nipple size than the 24 that it only comes with. So you can always purchase that, which is the 27 on their website, or you can purchase the Elvie breast shield, which you can purchase the 21 separately, and then it comes with the 24 and the 28. All right, so in summary, which 2 is better? I feel that the Elvie is a lot better for me, only because I produce about 6 to 7 ounces, and just the ease of just taking out the container and pouring it into a bottle is a lot easier compared to trying to use this valve and then taking the milk out of it. It's just a lot easier for me. And keep in mind, this only holds 4 ounces, and this one, it holds 5 ounces. So I can keep it on a lot longer. And also the fact that it comes with 2 USB cords, and I can just kind of take it on the go. I can just throw this into my bag, throw this in, and then I'm ready to pump whenever, wherever. Compared to the Willow, I will have to have an outlet, I have to make sure, and you just have to kind of pre-plan everything with the Willow. And just one downside to the Elvie, I think it would be a perfect contraption if we were able to lay down and pump with the Elvie. However, the Willow does that, and that's an amazing factor of the Willow. You can lay down and do vigorous activities and not even worry about leakage with the Willow. So that's a great pro as far as the Willow. And with the Elvie, unfortunately, you cannot do vigorous activities and you cannot lay down while pumping when it comes to leakage, because it will leak if you do lay down. So that's something to consider if that is a determining factor for you. I do want to clarify with everyone that everyone is different, everyone's nipple is different. With me, the Elvie is working just fine. It's working a lot better than the Willow, but for everyone it might be different. So it's really dependent. I know it's hard, but it really does depend on everyone, and I hope my video helps explaining all these things and clarifying any points that you had. So if you have any further questions, please comment down below, and please subscribe, like this video, and I'll see you next time. All right, so let's move on to bags and containers and how the milk is captured. So with the Elvie here, there's a container right here that you can just super easily just press, and then you can just pour into the bottle, and it's just really simple. Because I produce 6 to 7 ounces, I usually have to do this mid-session, and I just pour, and it's a really easy thing. However, with the Willow here, it comes with these bags here. So what you have to do is you have to either put in a new bag, or there's a way that you can actually reuse these bags. And how this works is, yeah, you want to show them? So on the flat side here, you can press down, and there's a valve that you can kind of open and close the port. And what you do is you kind of push down here, and then it opens the valve, and then you can pour the milk in. So I hope that's clear. So again, it's the flat side that you wanna work with, and there's a valve that you can actually push down to open that port, and then you can pour your milk, and then you can reuse it. And that kind of takes a little bit of time compared to just pouring it from a container to a bottle. However, something really cool that just popped up is that the Willow came out with a reusable bag. So that's something to consider as well. And if you buy it right now, they actually add it on to the purchase of your Willow free of charge. So that's something to consider for those that want to go the Willow path.